up, everybody? It's your girl, Edwonda White, and thank you for tuning in to This Is Where I Stand.
This is where I stand.
You know what I'm saying? We've been having a good time, inviting our friends, just having a fun time, and you guys have been watching the show, sharing the show, subscribing, and that is what's up. Now, you already know it's me, Edwonda, but you gotta meet my producer, and I couldn't start off without him. He makes it happen around here. Give it up for your boy, Noble1ne.
Yes, indeed.
In the building. All right, we got some fantastic guests in here today, and my guy on the right, I love him. He's from Philly, ladies, okay? He's a stand-up comedian, a writer, producer, produces his own show. He's my guy. He's booked me on so many things, I can't even count it. Y'all give it up for my boy, Jamal Doman.
Yo, yo, yo. Happy to be here.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
man. And then I got my girl, Hopefla, in the building. Y'all already know it's about to be crazy in just 5 minutes. This is my day one, okay? We are locals from here. We're one of the few comedians that are actually not implants, and we came from California right here. She's a national headliner. She's been on everything you can name it. Def Jam, All-Star, Comedy View All-Star. She travels all over the country. She has her own business with hats and all kind of things. She'll let you know about that. And she's my girl from day one. So y'all give it up for Hope Flood.
Honored to be here. Honored to be here.
All right.
Thank you.
Then my guy over here, I love this guy to death. He's like a brother to me, honestly. I talked to him. We've been through things and we've come through it. And that's when you know your friendship is really strong. You feel me? He's a comedian. He's a prolific writer, okay? He has films. He has a documentary. He's a former boxer. I mean, there's so many layers to this guy. And I love talking to him because his life is just so full and rich with so many great stories. Y'all give it up for my boy, Dannon Green.
Thank you very much, baby girl, for having me.
All right. So y'all ready to get started?
Yeah,
do it.
let's do
Have
it.
some fun. Our first segment is called Where Do You Stand?
All right.
Okay.
Are you ready now? This is a debate that we've been trying to do on this show. And we've asked
Y'all
people
got to be
this
with me on this one.
You know
All
what
right.
I'm saying?
Y'all
And we
got to be
gotta,
with me.
you
gotta
know,
be
it's
with
all
you.
balanced because it's 3 of y'all, so it could be
So that means I'm
majority.
going to win
They
today.
could knock us out with majority, but that's okay. All right. So please help us with the debate.
Okay. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
And why not?
You
Because
say
of-
no.
No, I say no.
Okay. What constitutes a sandwich for you?
A sandwich is something that you could put in 2 pieces of bread
Mm-hmm.
and it lays flat.
See,
Now-
the flat thing is
But you can cut a hot dog and make it flat, and then you can make it into a sandwich. And if you
Into
want
a sandwich,
to.
but
It's not
a-
traditionally a sandwich.
no. Okay. So my debate is that it is not a sandwich in the normal sense, but
Right.
it is under the sandwich umbrella.
I can
No.
see that.
It is
No.
more.
No, 'cause it's
it
on
is
a
under
bun.
Yes.
You go to
But that's a
Subway.
bun.
A hamburger is
Right.
not a sandwich, but it's still under the
No, they
sandwich
call a
category.
hamburger a sandwich.
Right, and a hot dog, in my opinion,
Is
is a
a hot
sandwich.
dog. Is a
sandwich
hot
as well.
dog.
Danny?
It's not a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich.
No,
No.
because think about it. So when you go somewhere and order a sandwich, you go like sandwiches. So you go turkey, stuff you can slice up, turkey, ham.
Bologna.
I like to have cheese on that sandwich.
See?
Okay, when you go to McDonald's, you don't say, "I want a sandwich hamburger," right? You
Right.
say,
You-
"I want a
no.
hamburger,"
Right.
because it's the hamburger.
Just like you would say you want a hot dog.
Right? No, but if you say you want a hot dog, you don't say sandwich. And on top of that, you can eat the hot dog plain. You can eat the you can eat the turkey stuff, plain too. But
Yeah.
you can eat. Let's put it this way, because you can eat the meat either way, plain. But when you think of a hot dog, you say, "Yo, do you have a bun?" Now,
Okay.
bun is
That
not
boy
used for a
good.
sandwich.
That boy making
No,
sense
no.
right there.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what
Jamal,
What constitutes
wait a
a
minute,
sandwich? If
I
we
agree.
get to the smallest of what a sandwich is.
Okay,
It's
Jamal.
meat between
Have you
two buns.
had
Is it a
Noble One?
sandwich, yes or
Yeah.
no?
Did you
What
look it up in the dictionary?
What's that last thing you said?
It's a meat between two buns.
between 2 buns.
Buns.
Exactly.
Not
Hot dog is
two.
not is not 2. So I agree with my fellow comics over here. Yeah,
Okay,
it's-
give me
it's-
just a yes or no. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No,
Hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Hot dog and sandwich.
Absolutely not.
I say no either.
Wow. They got you brainwashed.
They got 4 that
Yeah,
want
a
to
hot dog has its own category. What else is in the hot dog category?
Well,
Or
what
is
you
it
should
a
do-
hot dog
It's
just by
not
itself.
sandwich.
I think what you should do is
what
Google it.
What is a hot dog if it's not a sandwich?
It's a hot dog.
It's a hot
dog.
dog. That's what it is.
That's
So
why
it has no other
That's
things in
why
that
it
category?
has a hot dog bun. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like a
It's
corn dog.
If you want
Yeah, there you go. Corn dog.
Corn dog.
Is a corn dog a sandwich? No.
No.
It's a corn dog.
No, corn dog is not a sandwich,
no.
baby.
Wow.
I mean, if you're saying that, you
moving
can
on.
say a taco is a sandwich.
Yeah.
If you're trying to say
Somebody
that,
did say that.
no.
It's
not.
Somebody did
It's
say
not.
that.
Taco is not a
Okay.
sandwich.
Taco, I had to draw the
Second
line there.
segment.
Tamale is that's not a
Second
sandwich.
segment. We live in California, and
Right.
everybody speaks Spanish in California.
Right.
I want to know, Dannon, should we learn to speak Spanish because it is more Spanish-speaking people in California?
No,
Okay, why not?
because we live in America, and when we go to another country, they're not saying, we're not saying, oh well, we have to learn their language. They don't care.
No.
So
Okay, but if
so
we
no,
black, how we gonna get jobs
Well, let
if
me-
they say
let
you
me-
can't get the job because you don't speak Spanish?
because America always wants to change for other people, and it's not on a racial tip. It's just true. We've all been around the world. I've been to Africa. Them people are not changing their language
At all.
to make anybody feel comfortable coming in. We done that. They've come into America, whether they was here first or whatever the situation may be, but we have it where we're changing up. That's why do you think every time you call to check on your credit card or your paperwork goes on, they go, push 1 if you want to hear English. Now, how does that sound?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say should we be made to.
No,
I
you said
should we?
No, now
learn
look.
Spanish?
Now-
Because do you know that if you had a teenage son, they can't even get a job at McDonald's if they don't.
they
speak
going to be able to get a
Spanish
job at
sometimes.
McDonald's anyway because they ain't going to get hired.
Right, but
I mean, if you really want to keep it 100.
Okay. Oh, should we learn to speak Spanish?
Absolutely, because this is they built this country. That's
Talk
why
about
it's
it.
La
Talk
Cienega,
about
Los
This
Angeles.
country or
No,
the
no,
state?
no.
I
She
said
said the state,
California.
California. Yeah, California.
Okay, you said
so.
country,
They
though.
no, I said California. They built this state. That's why they're here, and they're here to take it back. So really, Spanish was the first language here,
was.
or whatever. So La Cienega, La Brea, Los Altos,
Crenshaw.
Las this.
There you go.
All of those
Crenshaw.
are all of these are
All
Spanish
of them.
names,
Yes.
and so they were here first.
Facts.
And then, the colonizers came and or whatever, and then we came. Black people don't know where we belong. Okay, let's just say
Right.
we can't go back to Africa because they say we don't belong there.
Right.
We just lost, But
Right.
yes, I think that I went all the way to Spanish 3, but I know how to read it and kind of understand it, and I can speak it a little bit because I go to Tijuana all the time and I'm around a lot of Hispanics and everything. But I think that it makes for better opportunities.
That's
I-
right there.
Okay, Jamal.
I totally agree with my sister,
Yeah.
Hope Flood. I totally agree. I believe, yes, especially I have a daughter and I'm going to teach her. She's going to take Spanish. I just think, like Hope said, it opens up opportunities. I believe that all humans should learn multiple languages anyway.
Yeah.
I believe we at least should know 2 languages. And obviously, living in LA, obviously Spanish is dominant out here. It opens up the opportunity. That's why my daughter she's going to be in Spanish class. I want her second language to be Spanish, especially growing up in California.
Yeah.
All right, #1, what you say about that?
I think when you made it Spanish, that's when I had a problem with it personally. I feel
Okay.
like you were just saying, I think a second language of any sort is very useful, not just for jobs, but for life. Like
Right.
being able to go to another country and be comfortable,
Right.
being able to get around is like super valuable. So I think a person at my age, if they were able to speak 2, 3, 4 languages, they're just so much more valuable in the world.
Facts.
So it's not just Spanish, I would say any other language.
Okay, he said any other language.
Yeah.
we
But the
gonna go
question
back
was
with the
California.
Yes, we're going to go yes, no. Then in California, should we learn Spanish? You have said
Now that you,
no,
but
right?
since you said it's California now,
California.
I can say California because
So,
I've been out here for
yes
the
or
amount of
no?
time. I'll say yes.
Yes.
just to be
Hope,
safe.
Yes. Or
Yes.
No? Jamal, yes or no?
Absolutely,
I
yes.
say yes,
Yes.
too. And you?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go to the segment that is called Test Your Knowledge.
That's your knowledge.
Okay. So I'm going to start off with Dannon Green.
CC.
Dannon Green, how many dots does a double 6 domino have?
A double 6 domino has 12 dots.
Correct.
Correct.
Go in order. It goes to her.
Okay. When is St. Patrick's Day?
March 17th.
Correct.
How do y'all know this?
Oh, man.
Jamal Doman.
Give me an
Name
easy one.
one Jonas brother.
Damn.
If you pass, it goes to Dannon.
Name one Jonas brother.
Just
I'm
one.
just gonna make up a name. What's a white boy name? I don't know. Justin Jonas.
Nope.
No,
There's
and
no
it goes to
Justin
Dannon.
Jonas.
Name a Jonas brother.
Joe.
He's correct.
What?
All right.
Hell, you know a Jonas
So,
brother?
and he still gets another question.
Yep.
Dannon, I'm impressed.
I'm an educated man.
Obviously.
About the Jonas Brothers?
Goodness.
Well,
You didn't ask me. I know.
that.
I could have answered.
Okay. Dannon Green. How
See?
many minutes are in an hour?
How many minutes are in an hour? Yeah, ding, ding, ding. 60.
60, correct,
How
sir.
he get that question and I get the Jonas brother question?
I answered the Jonas, bro, so you come on.
Okay.
Okay, Hope, it's on you. Spell Wednesday.
I don't know why there's an N in Wednesday, but it's Wednesday. I was the spelling bee champion of my school. Aquila in the Bee was about me and my life. I'm suing them in my
Damn.
own way, but I was a spelling bee champion of my
That's
school.
right. Okay.
That Wednesday do be messing me up sometimes.
Well,
It
Wednesday
does
is like,
mess
why
me
is
up.
that N in Wednesday?
Most people can spell Wednesday.
Wednes.
It be-
Yes. I don't know why.
It's like,
Only in America.
Okay, Joe. Hey, Jamal, let's get on the board.
Oh, yeah, I gotta do
Okay, let's
something.
get on the board.
It's on you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so name a member of the Jackson 5 that is not Michael.
Oh, Tito, Marlon,
So
Jermaine.
you on the board.
Okay, yes.
All right.
All right.
Dad was gonna take that question.
I was waiting for that one. I had
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay. Dannon,
Yes.
what is the capital of California?
Sacramento.
Correct.
How does he be getting these easy? Come on, man. This
Hey,
is
so
rigged.
his question's easy. You answer yours too, though.
Thank you. You know.
What you doing?
Minutes in an hour?
Little Debbie is A, smart girl, B, Biden's daughter, or C, a snack cake representative.
C, a snack skate.
A
Cake
snack skate?
Snatch.
I thought I had the list.
From a foodie, okay, from a snacky.
She said snack is cake.
Okay,
Snack
Jamal.
Yes, man.
Okay, what is the main ingredient in guacamole?
Oh, I know. Oh.
It's gonna pass it down here.
Oh, hold on. It's the. Oh, I can't believe guacamole.
This ain't pass.
No way.
This ain't pass.
Go ahead, man.
ahead.
I can't believe.
Not you too.
I know.
I see
No,
it.
I know what it is.
And I
How
know
long
Hope.
do they get? How long do they
You know what?
get?
I'm a passer, so I won't get it
Go
wrong.
ahead.
Avocado.
Avocado. Oh, my God. I saw it.
That's what I meant to
I
say.
saw it.
That's what I meant to say.
I make the best guacamole ever.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
It's very good for you
Okay.
and it's great in
So-
antioxidants.
Yes, it is.
100%.
Since you passed it, it's actually your question now.
Okay.
And it passed to him and passed to her and then
Okay.
It's you now. So what does the acronym SUV stand for?
Something standard.
Oh my God.
Oh, standard universal vehicle.
Are you retarded?
Standard SUV.
Did you graduate? Check your diploma.
Super
Pass.
universal
Fast.
vehicle. So
Universal.
Super universal.
go ahead.
I pass.
Pass.
You ain't got
but Danny don't know it either.
I don't, but I'm not going to act like I do. See, that's how you do it. Just get rid of
People
it.
drive SUVs.
Sports utility
Oh my
vehicle.
God.
Yes. Okay.
Oh my.
Okay,
Come
now.
on, Jamal. You. I'm.
listen.
My bad. I'm making Philly look
is
bad.
in the lead.
Hope is in the lead?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
with
Just
five.
killing you.
And what I have?
With 6.
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah.
How many I
You
have?
passed twice.
Yeah, you passed
Hope
twice,
has-
dude.
You passed twice.
And, then
And I've
Jamal-
answered.
Yes.
Hope has 5.
I wasn't supposed to be on this show, so I don't-
Yeah, I'm going to say, she couldn't be
Now,
that. She couldn't be that
You're
head of
right,
me.
you're not doing so good. Okay.
Yeah, I wanna
That's all right,
protest.
baby. It's okay.
Me and Danny want to
I
protest.
think before you teach your daughter Spanish,
Yeah. Mom will teach you about America first.
no, he should learn.
Teach her what
Oh,
SUV is.
We're going to go at the end for the last round to
Okay.
see who will be the champion.
Okay.
Watch
But
this
right
comeback.
So Hope has me by how many though? I just want to know.
One.
Okay, I'm good. I'm in the
Watch
game.
this comeback.
You ready?
Watch this comeback.
Now,
Hey, we've seen it happen.
Don't call it a comeback. Okay.
This is hilarious. Okay, so now we're gonna do a segment called "Let's Go to the Bowl." Go to the
All
bowl.
right, we're going to
Okay.
the bowl.
We're going to the bowl.
Now, with the bowl questions, it gets a little bit more serious, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit more hard-hitting topics.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Just
We're
be
gonna
prepared.
start with the lady
all right?
and then go around.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so if time travel was possible, what time in your past would you want to travel back to?
Birth.
Oh, wow.
You would
19.
travel back to birth
19
to do what?
To start all over.
Oh, wow.
In my
wow.
mother's womb to
Oh,
start
that's
all over.
nice.
I would have wanted to be, I was born July 5th, but my mother was trying to have me on July 4th. So I would have wanted to be born on July 4th and start all
A
over.
whole different
What you
life.
know now?
Oh, that's interesting.
Hope, like, start all over, but knowing what you know now.
Yes,
Okay.
possible.
And forget the life you had. Like,
Yes.
just like
Yes.
You would just hit reset.
Just hit
Reset.
reset. Oh, nice. I like
I
it.
would do my life totally different.
Okay. What about you, Jamal?
If I had to go back to a certain
And
time,
you don't have to go back to a certain time. If time travel
Now,
was
assuming you can't go
possible,
into the future as well.
you can't go into the future, but you could time
Travel
travel
back
back to a
wherever you wanna
moment in
go.
time or
it would
in
be,
high school, college.
man, it would be like 95. I got in a car accident. I got $12,000 from that car accident. I would go back to there and buy Apple stock. That's what I would do. I would put that
right.
whole $12,000 and just buy as much Apple stock as I can.
100%.
Back in,
Right, I
or
feel
Amazon stock, one of them.
One
Right.
of them. I feel you. And then what about you, Danny?
If I could go back in time, I would go back to 1976.
76.
76?
Yeah.
What happened in 76 that you want
It
to go
was
back
the,
to?
it was to me 76 was one of the best years. We especially in Philly we celebrated the bicentennial.
Yeah, we did.
And
Okay.
it was that summer was just it was
Crazy.
like man, it was just so fun. It was like as a kid, our whole block played, and it was just
How old were you?
I was probably 10. Yeah, I was
Oh,
10.
10.
Yeah, so
Okay.
and and my brother was there when we were just it was just one of them summers where you know back east, you know how city blocks are.
Yeah.
Everybody on the block knew everybody, and it was just like the whole summer was off the chain. You know what I mean? So if I could go back to any time, it'd probably be 1976.
Okay.
That's dope.
That is dope.
What about you?
I would go back to a freshman in college because high school is like, but you grown, but you not grown. Your parents still paying for your stuff, and they proud of you. My baby going to college, right? And you ain't doing nothing but partying. You hoping you pass your class, but nobody's expecting anything of you,
Right.
and you just turning up, being out your house for the first time in the dorms, and just partying and turning up, and you young. So older dudes is hitting on you, younger dudes hitting on you. It's just a prime time. You know what I'm saying? You 19, 18, 19, and can't nobody tell you nothing.
Yeah,
Bills is
facts.
paid. You got a little car, and it's turn. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
take me back to age 18, 19. Turn up on somebody else's dime. For real.
What school you went to? What school was that?
I went to Biola University.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
Yeah. Go ahead.
See,
what
I'm
about
thinking,
you,
I'm thinking
young
now because I don't really have like a whole bunch of time. I would just go back to high school. It's like that sucks. Like being an adult is way better. You got way more freedom. So it's like for me, the only thing I could think of is going back to a time maybe like 10 years ago when Bitcoin was like $1 and just putting all my money in Bitcoin, doing something like that.
Okay, making investments or something
Yeah.
like that. You ain't young, you know what I'm saying? You under 30,
Right.
but still, you ain't like no 18 or nothing.
But
You
that's what
got
I'm saying.
a
Going
little
back 10
something to
years,
go back
going back
to
10
now.
years,
10
it's like,
years.
That made me
10
think,
years, he
Dana, you know,
18.
I would go back to 1990, like a week before the Buster Mike Tyson fight.
put
You
that
bet-
money
bet
on
money,
there.
yeah.
It was 40-1. I would have put as much money I could on Buster Douglas as I can.
I
Yeah.
know that's right. Okay, back to the bubble. Let's
All
go.
right. Okay. Since you guys are comedians, how do you write your comedy? And do you write it down in a tablet or do you just memorize it?
Good question.
Jamal first.
I don't necessarily. I have a book, but I don't write out the whole joke. I know some comics write out the whole. I just write out like what it's about. Like if I gotta, about dating this girl, I just put dating when I used to date Stephanie, stuff like that. I don't particularly. My writing process, my creative process, I don't just come up. I can't sit down and be like, okay, I got to write a joke. It has to come to me. I have to be doing something. I see something funny. I store it in my head. I may put it in my phone, and then I'll go back to it that's how I do. That's my creative process.
Okay.
All right, Dannon.
My process is it's kind of different. Because I feel like I can write about anything, so it just depends what I want to write about. I mean, and what I do is I write I write my jokes like I start a script that I'm writing. I just write the outline.
You put it on a computer or freehand? Like,
Well, I freehand. Sometimes I don't write it down
no,
because it just
book.
comes because I don't think I've ever, depending on what material it was, ever really told a joke the same way twice.
Okay.
Yeah,
I get that.
and so like for instance, just for example, when I first started, I used to write all the time and just do different jokes, and then actually it was Alex Thomas that pulled me aside because this is like in the early '90s when I first came out, and he was like, "Yo, man, you got some funny shit, but people got to know you for a joke."
Right.
You know what I mean? So what I did then was just I would repeat some of them. I repeat, but even repeating them, now I repeat some verbatim. But when I first started, I never did. You know what I mean? But I don't write them. You know what I mean? Now what I will do is write down the premise,
Right.
and then this way I don't forget it because we write so much. I think as comics you can forget a bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I do. I don't really write down verbatim what the word is, because as long as I know how the joke is going to start, I can try to figure out the punchline. Well, I know the
Okay.
punchline. Yeah.
You know what? That's really interesting, Dannon. Like everybody's process is different.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think for where we are in our I never speak for another comic, but for where I am in my career and have done it so long, I know. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times now, because there's so much going on, there's a joke that I'll have, and then I can ad lib onto it. So because I ad lib onto it and then add more material to it, I try not to get I try not to get blocked into knowing that I wrote it down. Because then when you write it down, you think this is what you got to say, but something else could come out of it. You know what I mean?
It's more fluid, right?
Yeah, for me,
Right.
because in the beginning of my career, I was getting stale. You know what I mean? But I had to do it because, like they said, you want to get known for a bit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
have
Some
a
material.
signature
Right,
joke.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like every time I think of you, when I see you, I be like, "I don't want no trouble."
There was no trouble. Yeah,
Yeah, I just think of that.
yeah.
And after a while, you do get a
Right.
signature
Right.
joke.
Right.
It doesn't have to even be on TV.
Right.
Known in the clubs. For
Right.
some little thing you say. Do you write everything down, or did you used to do that, Hope?
Okay, so my process is I write all of my stuff naked. So I get naked. and
I wish I could hang with Hope.
Okay.
Yeah, let me help you with some of that material, Hope. yeah, sure.
I take off all my clothes and then I start. No, my comedy is actually a conversation with my girlfriends on stage. That's how I write my comedy. So, and I think of things, or I call my girlfriends. They'll tell me things that have happened in their lives or their careers or their personal relationship, and I'm like, girl, that's funny. And then I take it and I write it in a bit.
Right.
And then sometimes I get the premise first and then the punchline. Sometimes I'll get a punchline and then have to figure out a premise.
Right.
And then I go to a baby shower, the beauty salon, or somewhere like that, and I try it out on them, and they don't even know I'm trying it because I'm just talking. And if they laugh, and I'm like, this is going to hit, because 90% of the audience is women.
Right.
And so that's how I write a lot of stuff. Now what I do, since I had COVID and I can't remember, that's part of one of the side effects. It's like foggy, but it's coming back to me. But at the first year, I couldn't remember nothing. And so it was very scary getting on stage and just doing 5 minutes or 10 minutes because I know I got time. I just couldn't remember it. And then I build a set. So I may start off clean and then I build it up and I end dirty or whatever. So I don't start off dirty unless that crowd requires it.
Right.
So I'll go to a room like, okay, somebody then came up and said a lot of dirty stuff. I can't be clean per se because they've taken their mind in a certain way. So I got to read the room and then figure out, okay, let me grab them with the dirty, and then I go back around and do my set. So it's a whole thing, a process to it, and that's how I write. And then I have mentors and stuff. Jetta Jones and Miss Dupree, she's one of my mentors. So I call her every day or every other day, and I say, help me I'm stuck on this.
Right.
Help me
Right.
with this, or help me flush this out.
Yeah.
And we flush it out. So yeah, I have people
love
to help.
Jetta. She's been getting on social media a lot more.
she is.
She's doing that more.
She is trying.
I'm glad to see that.
Yes, she is.
My process is this is because I actually write for so many people, and sometimes I don't write for myself. You know what I mean? I go to so many different things that I have the same 2 hours that I interchange at different places, and it sounds different, but it's really something. I'm going to write a whole new hour, and I can do it. But if someone's paying me to write for them, I'm going to focus more on that than my stuff. But my process is I get it from just life. Comedy is life, and stuff that happens in the family. And I'm thinking about, seriously, I never talk about what happens to me myself. Never.
Yeah.
And I should. And he always tells me if I tell the truth about what really going on in our family, he's like, you'd be, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's always what happened to somebody else all
Right.
the time. My jokes are always, transference, but it's never me because I don't want nobody to know my business.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
that's how Richard Pryor wrote. People don't
Yeah,
realize
I
Richard
write
Pryor
outside
wrote
of
that.
myself.
Richard Pryor didn't curse. The characters did.
Right.
Right. Well,
Nobody
yeah.
noticed that. Mudbone
Well, I
cursed.
did.
The
I did.
wino cursed.
I
Richard
noticed
never
it.
cursed. The characters cursed.
Yeah, and when he was spoke himself, it wasn't.
he didn't
I
curse.
know. I did notice because of how I.
Yeah.
I
Right.
knew. I did notice, and so my writing process is not no writing down in no book because I'm actually telling a story. I'm more of a storyteller than just a punch,
Yeah.
Right.
laugh type. So I just have to tell the whole story, and however it comes out, it come out. Sometimes it's funnier because of the way I said it and whatever. And writing out stuff is too long. I just would name the joke or something,
Right.
Asian girl or so and so this or swap meet whatever or boyfriend or whatever like that.
That's interesting that you guys all have like different process. And
I think every comic does. Don't you guys think
Absolutely.
everyone does?
Well,
so
when
is,
you go
is,
ahead.
it, is it always like individualized as far as the writing, or can you write like somebody else if you chose to, or is it just directly as
Well, see,
personal?
the funny thing is, for me, that's a great question. I can write, but see, I know there's certain people I can write for
Right.
in terms of writing for, because see, a lot of people write for people, but they really don't know their voice. So but they'll go there and look. I mean, they'll get it down and just say, "Oh, that joke is funny." But like I always told people, like because of my style, like I could have written for Chris Tucker easily, because people used to say, that was one of the beef I had back when I first started, was that, oh, you trying to be like Chris, even though it's not. It's just that when I get excited on stage, my voice goes up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
His voice used to be really
Yeah.
up there. I
It used to be,
remember that.
right. And if funny story behind that was, I had a situation where I had beef with a comedian over it. We almost got into a fight, and then it caused me and Chris to have beef at one time.
Oh, no.
And and I mean, we cleared it up, but it was like, but what happened was, because this is when I was doing the game and Chris was hot, like this is 96, 97, so he's going, he got the the trump over me, and it got to the point where I was going on stage and I was like, yeah, so how everybody doing tonight? Trying to talk deep and shit, so I wouldn't be like. And then one day, I asked two comics, I asked Pierre and Maestro. I said, man, you think I'm trying to be like Chris Tucker, man? It was like, and Maestro was his roommate at the time. He's like, nah, man, you ain't trying to be like him. And then Pierre said, and I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just be
And
you.
because I found it was hurting my comedy.
Yeah.
Now, as a writer,
But see, you didn't have your voice back then yet.
right, I didn't have my voice.
You didn't
and-
know
yeah,
who you
voice
were.
is
Right.
different now,
Right.
So
You
it
were.
would look like you were emulating.
Yeah, because you didn't have
someone
your
else.
voice
Right.
back then.
Yeah, the comparison would have
Yeah.
been.
So now, I'm sorry. One
go
second.
ahead.
So now, if someone would come to me and say, "Well, can you write for?" I had someone even ask me, "Can you come and watch?" But I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I can't get your voice right now, because I would have to hang out, go out to the club, because of what I've seen of you. I'm not able to write it, and some people
Right.
can't do that. They just say, "Fuck it," and take the money. But I can't.
Yeah,
if you really
it's
want to,
easy for me to write in my alter ego. Like, for example, it's a lot of stuff I wouldn't say, but I never write for females because if they can use it, I can use it too.
right.
So I only write for men. But I can write in George Wallace's voice. I can write in Michael Collier's voice. I
Right.
can write in J. Anthony Brown's voice. And it could be as dirty as whatever, even though I won't say it on stage. It's not like I've never heard it or even thought of certain things. So they can pay me to write in their own voice.
Right.
But if I don't know your voice or I don't feel your voice or something like, for example, Rodney Winfield, I could never write in his voice.
Right.
Because I don't feel.
I don't think many people could write Rodney.
Right.
I mean, he
Rodney
was
used
just
to scare
special.
me to death of
Right.
the stuff that he would say. So if he said, write for me, I could write in your voice, but I don't want to know what that feels like because he had a voice that was like, whoa, what is going on with this? So if I can't feel your voice, I would say, no, I'm sorry, I can't write for you.
Can you explain to your audience what it means by writing in the voice? Because we understand it, but they may not know.
Yeah, because I'm interested in
What do you mean by
specifically, like,
Okay,
writing in the
like,
voice.
for example, if you know the person, like, I could write in Hope's voice. Okay, I could write all the funny stuff that I wouldn't say and give it to her because I know how she speaks. Not her cadence or anything, but her thoughts or how she would represent it. I know a little bit about her background. I know already the act that she's representing, even though there's more to her. You see how smart she is, okay? So you know, most people would think she just a girl that talk.
Right.
But it's way more to her than that. And if you know that, you can write a joke that she would have said.
Right.
And she would be like, I would have said that. If I had thought of it, I would have said that.
It's also a thing of, you know, you could close your eyes and you know a Chris Rock joke.
Right.
Like when Chris did the thing with Jada, I was like, that's classic Chris Rock.
Right.
Why is everybody upset?
Right.
You expect him to say that kind of stuff because that's a classic Chris Rock.
Right.
I know, you know Pryor, you know Mooney. There's some things that you say, you know Mooney would say that.
He would
You
say
know,
that.
Right.
like I can write in Lunel's voice because we have the same type of cadence. Even though I'm a traditional stand-up, I'm do set up punchline. Lunel tells stories. But we hang out a lot and we think alike, so I could write in her voice.
I can write her voice too.
Yeah, I could write in her voice and stuff. I'm more of a punch-up.
Okay.
So I would, when I used to have my rooms, I would sit at the back of the club and I would watch all the comedians. And then I would have a whole napkin full of jokes and premises and punchlines.
Right.
Like Dannon, you did this and that, but
Right.
add this to it.
Right.
Or when you do it, pause a little bit.
Right.
Or drop it like this, or do this or that, or you didn't do it. So I'm more of an observer and a punch up.
And that's definitely different. That's definitely different than writing in someone's voice.
Yeah.
Now I think we all can do that because we've all done it.
Yeah, we've all
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we've
Like,
all
yo,
done
you get off
it.
stage, like, yo, man, if you say this, you say that, it's gonna kill. You know what I
Right.
mean? But
But some people don't even have a voice, so you could write them a good joke and it would be funny. But to write in their voice means that you know what principles they stand on.
Right.
You're actually speaking the way they would to represent the joke. So that's more specific.
You know, it's like some people you'd be like, if they come to you and say, "Oh, do that," I was like, I would never say that.
Like, that's
Right.
not me.
I
Right.
would never say that.
right.
Yeah,
That ain't
that's
even me.
not-
That, I would
say it
never.
like
That's
that. I
corny.
wouldn't
Right,
even-
right, right,
I would,
right,
I would
right.
never say that.
Right.
I would
Yeah.
never say that.
Okay.
I did a joke. This the Mixed Nuts. Remember Mixed Nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember I did this joke, and I remember Doug Williams. I got off stage. Doug Williams came to me and said, "That's not you. Don't do that joke again." And I got it. He was like, "That's not you, and don't do that joke again."
Right.
And I never did the joke again.
A couple of the clean comedians, you know, that don't curse, you know, I'll just say Kathy Westfield.
Westfield, yeah.
And she got up there and she was doing one time, I think she was cursing or this and that. I said, I don't believe it. It's not
I
you.
don't believe it.
It's not believable. That's not you.
Yeah.
I would look at you and be like, you would never, a woman like you would never say that kind of stuff.
Right.
You know, or whatever.
But the persona that people put out is not always who they are.
Right.
Absolutely,
So
but that was the persona
maybe
she was
might
trying
say
to.
it, you know what I'm
She might
saying?
say it in real life,
In real
but on the
life.
stage, she was trying to.
Yeah.
And I was like, even though I didn't believe it, like I was gonna beat up this. I don't believe you gonna beat up nobody. You ain't
Right,
gonna do
right.
that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna hurt nobody or do anything like that. I don't believe that.
To
Right.
bowl.
All right, back to the bowl. You guys get some great answers. I got a lot of insight from
We
that.
getting we get
Good.
to it.
Okay. So, do we focus on body image too much in American culture? And are Americans more shallow than other countries?
Jamal, why don't you ask that?
Well, the first part, do we
Focus on body image
On
too
body
much?
image?
Yeah, we definitely do. Yeah, we definitely do. We're humans. We definitely do.
Just men or everybody?
I think y'all might get I think women do it more than guys. I think women, it's yes. Because, listen, dudes will smash anything. Pretty much. Dudes will smash, and I think women put so much pressure in it, and they try to say we're doing this for the guy. You're not doing this for the guys.
No.
Right.
You're doing this for other women. You're trying to, in your mind, you're trying to compete with the other girl that you're fascinated with on IG. You're not doing this, but you're blaming us, saying you're doing it. We're doing it for guys.
Real talk.
No, you're getting that BBL for yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stop it. So
Yeah. That's real talk.
Well, coming from a person who's had 13 surgeries and just reconstructed my whole body during the pandemic because I'm 5 feet tall and I was 300 pounds and I was not happy. I was sad, I was suicidal, and I was depressed because technically I'm not a big girl. You know, I wear a 6.5 shoes, so I wasn't supposed to be a big girl. And I just gained weight, married, my husband feeding me, and I just spiraled out of control. And I don't care what these fat bitches talking about. They don't like being fat. I don't give a fuck what they saying or whatever. They don't.
And I
like
appreciate
it.
you saying that because a lot of women don't.
Yeah,
say
they
that. Go ahead.
and I think that black women need to stop shaming other black women for getting work done.
Right.
I think that's okay if you want to enhance yourself. Everybody's trying to be like the black woman and stuff. They say black don't crack, but it sags. It starts sagging. It wrinkles. It's that, and we're in a industry that looks at that, and these HDT TVs. They're so clear they can see what you're thinking now.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of actors that don't want to act anymore because of these TVs now.
Wow.
George Clooney said he was retiring because of that. They can see they can see the veins in your thing and stuff. So I think that we black women need to stop shaming other black women for wanting to get work done. I get Botox, I have fillers, I have my breasts lifted, I have my thighs done, I got my butt done. I did everything because I lost 120 pounds.
Oh, well, that's what's
and
up.
so I had gastric sleeve, so I lost 120 pounds. And with that, I was just thin. I didn't have a shape.
Right.
I was just there. And all this stuff skin was sagging and stuff. I've had my arms done 3 times, whatever. And so, but I have a doctor that's very careful. If my EKG ain't right, he's not going to do it.
Right.
Sometimes I have 5 surgeries done at one time.
But I'm saying, is it because when you did that, is it because so many people are pressuring you to
Nobody pressures
a
me.
standard of
Nobody
okay,
pressures
but what
me.
about these standards of these internet models and OnlyFans and all this stuff? Do you think it makes the young girls feel like they have to run out and do that?
Well, because a lot of men, they say, they'll smash a big girl behind doors, but then he takes out another type of woman and puts her on the red carpet and take her, to the places and stuff. And then these are the images that we see on television. And we think that that's right or that's what it looks like. But like I tell all of them, you get a bag and get whatever you want to get done. If you don't like your sagging thing, we're in this time in the world where you can get work done. You can get things done, and it's okay. Nobody says anything to the white girls to do. The Mexican girls are doing it. They taking their quinceañera money. They having their 3 babies, and they going to get their body snatched.
Right.
Yeah,
Mommy makeover.
Mommy makeovers, and there's nothing. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
Absolutely
So when
not.
I talk to black women, well, if he don't like me with my flat ass and my fupa, well, he don't. He don't. And so I feel like if I could get
but what
something
if he
done, I get
does,
to.
though? What
If
if
he
he
does,
does?
that's fine.
Some dudes,
That's wonderful.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
even
mind
lie.
no flat ass or
It's dudes that
fupa.
like
I'll
boo-boo
smash that flat
They
ass
like
and
'em like
fupa up.
that. You know what I'm
But I
saying?
will say this: having a fat ass has its privileges.
It really does.
What? I'd have done it a long time ago.
Are we too shallow in this society? Or are we too shallow about the body and
I think
looks
I think not only we're too shallow, but I just think what I don't like about the whole situation. I can care less what you do with your body. I don't like it when you blame men for what you're doing to your body.
That's
See,
my
I can
only issue.
respect.
So you guys really don't care?
Well, I'm breaking to the point.
Okay.
I respect Hope for what she said. She said she wasn't feeling good about herself. So that's what it should be about. See, don't go get plastic surgery or whatever kind of surgery you're getting and going, well, I'm getting it because this is what men like. Because I'm 57 now. I know dudes all my life. And I don't know one man that I've known in my life that says, yo, man, I'm not dating this girl until she go get this and this and
Facts,
stuff. I don't know,
She go
dude.
get a new
Men,
booty.
we don't,
No.
and what women don't want to accept is that we don't talk like that. Now we may say, man, she got flat ass, dog. She got some good pussy though. But you know what I mean? We'll say shit like that, or man, I can't fuck with her because she ain't got the ass. But we're not gonna go
Right, or you get the woman that you like. If
Yeah,
you
but-
like that type of look, then that's what you go and you talk
But
to.
we don't.
You know?
But men don't sit around. You can go on any podcast. You don't hear men saying, "I'm not messing with a chick." So we don't make it public. So when I hear women go, well, this is what men want, and this kind of pressure, it's all a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
But y'all always be talking about, oh,
Nah.
keep it real
We
and
don't.
all
No,
of
we
that.
don't. No.
When
Let me
y'all
say
looking
something.
at the fake women,
So see, here's the
That's all
deal.
y'all
See,
do,
you
fake
can't.
boobs,
See, here's the
fake
deal.
hair,
Well, guys will
fake
look at
nails,
anything.
But see what you're
fake
saying. But see what you're saying right there.
strippers,
Look what you're
strip
saying though.
club,
Guys will look at anything.
Hold on.
But y'all wanna keep it
No.
real.
Let me say it.
Where can you feel it?
See, you're wrong because you're saying everything that you're saying was looking at, but we don't go out there and say to a woman, say, I'm not gonna fuck with you if you do. I would look at a broad, but I know it's fake. I'm like, all right,
Right.
nice
No, we
ass.
know- we all know.
We look. The look ain't shit. That's what throws you women off. A man can look at a woman, you go, oh, this is what you like. Nah, bitch, I just happen to see.
Right.
I just happen to see her
she's
in my
just bad
eyes.
as hell.
So when you say what you said, no disrespect, that's out of line because men don't say that. We don't talk like that.
No.
Women get around and go, girl, you gonna take that short little motherfucker like that? Women get around and talk about what size dude they gonna walk. You know what I mean? Men, we don't do that. What we do is say, yo, man, man, what's up? She bad, motherfucker. When all he got to tell me she bad, I ain't even gonna ask him no question about what's bad about her. So
It's
when
bad to him. To
right.
him.
So when I
What's
hear,
what he like.
so when I
And
hear
some
women-
men like women with big titties.
Yeah.
That's what you
They
like.
do.
Some women like a woman with a fat ass. That's what you like.
but
That's
what
your
we-
body type.
Right, but what
That's
we
what
like,
you like.
but
That's
what we
your
like and
preference.
what we don't like, we don't say.
No.
You can't go on you can't go on the internet right now and find dudes and say, I ain't fuck with this broad because she like that. We don't
But
say
don't
shit
you
like
think
that.
it pressures our daughters to be like, oh, it's
No, see that I don't like that kind of talk because that's bullshit. We don't do it. And see, when these women got, it's unlike, unfortunately, like what happened to this young brother's girl.
I know,
right?
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's like, my man,
know.
women don't understand. I know bras that have gone out the country and tell me,
Yeah.
well, I had some surgery done. Yeah, and every time about it, like, when there was like 15 of us in the room. Like, they're going down there.
yeah.
And so look.
In droves.
So think about what you're doing. You're competing against yourself. Because
That's what
even
it
in there, you're looking at the other girl like, damn, her titties
That's
look
what it
better.
is, yeah.
Her titties look better than mine. It's them. So men, we don't do that.
Us that's doing it to ourselves.
It's y'all just doing yourselves.
think
Well,
we're not
women
trying
are
to look
always in
good
competition
to
with
catch
each other.
That's what I
When we
think it
go,
is.
You know,
when
we're
we
not
go
doing-
to,
we're not looking good to catch you.
Let me tell you how I can tell. Here's a prime
no,
example.
because men gonna fuck
Here's
regardless.
a prime example.
That's
Talk
what,
about it.
facts.
No, here's a prime example.
When you go to wait, let me say
Go
this.
ahead, Hope.
When you go and get an outfit, or we go and get an outfit, we say to ourselves, we try it on, we be like, I'm be the baddest bitch in the club. I'm be on these hoes. I'm be stunting on these hoes. We never say, oh, that nigga gonna talk to me, because he gonna talk to you regardless.
Exactly.
If he wants to talk to you.
That's facts.
But let's go.
A lot of women don't know that.
That we as women are flossing to compete or not.
That's
Against
been
other
the
women.
beginning of time.
Okay, here's the point. Here's the
I
point.
don't.
This is how I
I
can tell.
don't admit
Here's
it.
the biggest thing. Here's
I
the
don't
point.
admit it.
I can go in the club,
Come on.
see Marley in the outfit, and say, yo, Marley, nigga, you playing that suit, dog. That's what he said. Yo, nigga, you looking hot in that shit. I ain't thinking about going out and buy that shit.
Right.
Women will see it and go, ooh, girl, I'm gonna get that. Or if they in a club and see another chick in the club with the same dress, they ready to roll. Now
They
let me tell
ready
you,
to get out
let
of
me
there.
tell you how I know, unfortunately, women are shallow. When eyelashes came out, there's no disrespect, but when eyelashes came out, all women were getting eyelashes. You saw it. We forget this plastic surgery. But here's the big one. I know how I found out about how women are shallow. When all women started wearing white fingernail polish, all kind of women start wearing white fingernail polish.
Yeah.
Don't hide your fingernails now. Oh, you ain't got all white fingernail polish. But so what I'm saying is, women, you guys trend off of each other. Men, we don't do that. We just say, yo, the only time we may trend off of something if that's what's in, which is like back in the day, a haircut.
Right.
You had the Gumby, you had the high top fade. Otherwise, I'm not going out to buy a pair of Jordans or some Yeezys or some, because Jamal got it. I'm just going to give you some props.
Be like, yo, I like those.
Yo, I like those.
Right.
And that's it.
And
But
I'm
you
good.
might say, I like them, I'm
Y'all
going to go
tryna
cop
say
me
we
some.
Shallow,
Maybe.
when all some dudes do is sit there and swipe on OnlyFans
Hey,
and
whoa,
Instagram,
whoa.
IG models.
But that's
all
what
day
that's
looking
that's
at
what guys
women.
do.
Look
But
at-
then, you know,
That's-
the guys gonna be
guys
guys.
Guys are just visual.
Yeah, we gonna be
they
guys.
gonna do
Y'all
that.
the ones shallow.
No.
Men are shallow in their own respect, you know. I
sorry,
think that.
yeah.
I think
Women
that men
are
Sorry,
shallow.
crush your dreams.
Listen,
Sorry.
it's way more. It's high level in California. Why? Because even California 5 could go to any other state and be like an 8.
That's
you know
true.
What I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's a pressure more
And it's-
here.
and it's-
in
Because this is a
Miami, in the
city of beautiful people.
Right. We
And
feel
and
the
so
abs and
yeah,
the,
you know, it's a city of people are working out and this and that and eating healthier, so to
Vegans and all
speak,
that.
Right.
and everything. And this is Hollywood.
Right.
This is an illusion, you know, or whatever. And so we're in a business of. But I just feel like if you got a bag to enhance yourself and that's what you want to do, I don't think nobody should make you feel bad about doing
And men
it.
don't.
yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't feel bad
I don't-
about anything.
I
I
don't
talk
have no
about
issue,
everything
yeah.
on stage.
I don't have no
women
issue
should
with
pressure themselves like
people
that.
who take
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
I have no issue with you got the money. You want to? I have no
Do
issue.
your thing.
My only thing is, I repeated it. Just don't say you're doing it to get the guys. Don't blame. Put it on us. You're doing this to make yourself feel happy.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
I
That's
want my
fine.
clothes to fit a
But
certain
when you
way,
are
or
physically fit
I've
and you
always
look
wanted.
the way
I never had a
you
fat
look,
ass because the white in my family and this and that. I never had no fat ass and stuff. So I was like, okay, I could take the fat from the top of my ass and he could put it in the bottom and shape me an ass. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Look, I dated a girl that got lipo. The girl I was engaged with out here years ago, right? Went up to not Reno. What's the other one? Right above Reno.
Laughlin?
No, right Tahoe.
Tahoe. Okay.
Tahoe. I was up there in Tahoe. They said she got the most surgery that someone has ever gotten at one time. Now, lipo is even more dangerous than just getting like a tummy tuck or your breast put up because you're getting stuff moved. But lipo, they taking it out of you, right?
That's not true. But go ahead.
In her case, they were pulling whatever they was doing. The fatty part was they had the thing in and they was taking it out because they showed us how they was going to do the
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely.
Now she's willing to put herself in that position. I had to get her up every 30 minutes to walk her around, make sure she's good. It didn't guarantee that her weight wasn't going to come back. They tell you. It's not what you have done. It still can come, but it comes back in other places.
Yeah.
Men, we either going to do one or two things. We're going to work out, or we're going to be fat and or be who we are.
No, but you,
Okay, but let me ask you this:
Right.
if they have it now,
Work out,
they
be
have
fat.
guys who getting abs now. They got surgery for abs. But if you could, and I'm not saying nothing because I don't know what y'all think, if you could get a bigger dick, you don't think you would go get a bigger dick?
I wouldn't. I'm good.
my dick is good.
I'm good.
I'm just saying, if you could,
You asked the
If you
question. You asked the
if you
question. I'm
could
just
get 12
saying.
inches, you wouldn't go get 12.
Nope.
No.
And you know why we get 12?
No.
Because women don't even want that.
No,
No, we don't.
Women can't even handle 12.
We
Women
can't.
don't. They don't
No,
want
we don't.
12.
We don't want it.
That's
we don't want
ridiculous.
it. No, we don't want it.
I banged the Asian chick one time and she thought it was motherfucking Python. I'm like, God damn, girl.
Because their coochies are made different.
Right.
I've been told that my dick was the perfect size. It's not super big. It's nice, so I'm cool. But going what you were saying,
That's the
Hope,
worst compliment.
guys, do you know guys? I don't know if y'all noticed this. Dudes are getting this. They getting taller, like
Yeah,
it's
now
some
that,
kind of-
yeah.
They're
They get
called
some
lips.
lips.
They're called
No,
lips.
they-
like in knees,
And
like,
knees and yeah.
Well, it's
I
not
was
like
gonna
going
get
from
some.
like 5'8" to like 6'1",
6'3".
but
No,
then
they
they
going like-
yeah.
Well, it's not the knees. What they're doing is the femur.
Extending
They're
the
cutting the
femur.
femur and then putting the
A thing
Now
in it, a
I don't
piece in it,
understand.
like a
That's
piece.
crazy
still
because
hoop?
they
Can
can't
you
do
still
nothing.
hoop?
Like
Because
they, have,
taller
they can't
men
hoop.
get more
They
play.
can't do
They
nothing after
can't
that.
jog or nothing.
I'm like, it's not. I got homies who 5'6" who get pussy. Like to me, that's another thing. I got homies back in Philly, 5'6", 5'7". They ain't got no problem getting because they have a mentality.
Right.
Like, God, dog, short. Look, all these single women out here, I don't care. They don't. Yes, some women trip about size, but don't worry about them. Get the ones who don't give a fuck about
I
it.
got
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, dudes are out there doing that. So I guess that's their version of BBL. Like,
Right.
But
getting extended.
I think this is what I say. Even dudes is wrong for doing that.
Yeah, I agree.
God made you a specific way. Here's the point I'm making. No, here's the point. In Japan, I think it was Japan or China, it was this dude divorced his wife because he had kids by her and they was ugly as shit. What happened was she had so much surgery, it wasn't even who she really was.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, now you may be trying to get yourself looking better for yourself, but at the end of the day, that's not who you really are. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, if you're willing to put your life, I look at it differently because.
Well, you have first-hand experience.
Well, yeah, but plus, I'm thinking
no. I got first.
she got first.
Well, second-hand.
Yeah, but
Right.
I got
but you know what I'm saying? I'm saying like if I like a woman, I like her for. I've dated all kind, and I like her for her.
Right.
I like them less when they get the surgery Because to me, that means you're not secure who you are.
That's not what that means.
No,
Dan.
no. I'm telling you
I don't know
about
why
myself.
everybody has that
I'm just
that
telling
like
you.
even the young lady
That's
that
how he feels.
that even the young
Right.
lady and some of the girls and even Kanye's mom, you know, or whatever and stuff. One thing about it, people always say when something happens to them, see, you didn't love yourself, and that's why, you know, if you loved yourself, you still be here or whatever. And I feel like it's
No,
nothing,
I'm not saying that.
nothing long.
It's
No, I'm
insecurities,
saying it's
though.
just like that's like your teeth. You want white teeth, you go get teeth white.
Right.
You got a cavity, you go get your cavity fixed.
Well, you
know,
better
you
get
got
crooked teeth,
you
you go
know,
get
you go get
braces.
braces and stuff. So it's the same.
Let me ask you this question
It's the
then.
same thing.
Let me
I've
ask
had
you
my
this question,
teeth
Hope.
fixed. I got implants and you know everything and stuff
Hope.
because I'm on TV and I want to look good.
But here's the difference, though. See, I respect you because you said what the fuck it was. When most women don't say that.
They won't say
Their
it.
argument is, well, this is what a man wants. No, you're saying, I wasn't happy who I was with, who I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's what I get in one guy. I look like I'm getting a little gut, even though I think I'm halfway decent shape.
Then
Like,
you
oh,
go
shit.
work out.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I can accept it. I can accept someone coming up to say, yo, man, look like you gained a couple pounds.
Right.
You said to a woman, she's taking it as an insult. You said, look, I'm not happy who I am.
Because women are judged by their looks and men are not judged as much by their looks
Again,
as
but
they are by their
but here's the deal. If you know that, then why are you blaming men?
Right.
We're not blaming men, but I'm saying
But-
some women, like there's women who have been big or had something in their face that they got their nose fixed or something.
Right.
And they started attracting more men when they did that thing that they wanted to do.
Yeah, my caliber of men
so
changed.
that right there made them say,
My caliber of
you
men
know
changed.
what? That's what it was.
It did.
But
Because,
again,
see
but
what I'm saying?
but you said something
But you know
sneaky
what though?
earlier.
My
hold
caliber
on.
of men
Go
changed,
ahead,
but
hold
my
on.
self-esteem changed.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I
So
was
it went hand
felt
in
like
hand,
I was
maybe?
worthy of that next level guy
But then
because
also
my
visually,
self-esteem
too,
changed.
Visually, men was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Right.
But see,
That
you said
wasn't
something
"Hey, what's
earlier,
up?"
Wanda. You said why do men be on fans on the play? Because men, we're always gonna look. Like for instance, I'll look, but I don't like no pages. You'll never see me like a girl.
And it don't mean you gonna date her. You might fuck her.
I don't even want
You know,
unless she put the pussy
no,
on the
I'm saying
table.
if
I'm
men
not.
are
She
not-
ain't getting no
Yeah,
money.
yeah, right.
I'm not sending no broad no money for no amp. I don't even like to go to strip clubs no more. And I used to love to, cause I'm saying to myself, I'm giving this broad all my motherfucking money.
give it to somebody else.
Cause she ain't gonna fuck me.
She sure
No,
ain't.
OnlyFans just don't make no sense to me.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna just be
But
honest.
I'm
Like,
saying,
Okay, so I shouldn't get a page
I said
then?
if-
No, no, no.
Well, if you get a page,
If
I'ma
they
look,
not
'cause you said it was
shallow,
done.
then
No.
If they
See.
not shallow, then why do they do that?
Who?
for
I
money.
said,
But you gotta
like,
remember, men aren't shallow for looking. That's not you don't.
So-
You
That's a
shallow.
man's nature.
That's just a. That's
just
our
a
nature.
man's nature.
Go ahead.
You not shallow that you giving a woman money?
He said
No,
he doesn't do it.
I don't
No.
do the shit.
I don't
No,
know.
what I'm saying is,
I think it's a sucker.
it's-
I think you're a sucker if you do
but
it.
there's a lot of women making a lot of good money.
Yeah, and I ain't hating on
It's
them.
No,
some
I'm
women
not
that
hating.
just
I'm
doing
not hating
their
on your
feet.
money.
I'm not hating.
And
on
Wanda,
it.
some of them women are just showing their feet and making $10,000 a month.
Okay.
No,
Some
it-
men have feet fetishes.
It was a girl selling farts. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, but how do you sell that on fan only play?
How
And
you
you
get in
said
that
we
business
shallow?
of selling farts?
Yeah, Eli the pork.
Who was the first one?
sorry
that
about
But you
said,
got
"Let
some
me buy
men that
farts"?
look like, you got some men, they got to buy the pussy. You got some men
That's
that don't
true.
look good, they got it. If that's the
true.
case,
And then you
prostitution wouldn't be the oldest
True.
job
Yeah,
and
that's
profession
true.
in the
Yeah.
world.
You ain't never lied about that, hoe.
Yes.
Right. So if they buying farts, they buying pussy, they buying everything
buying
else.
everything.
'Cause some
Well,
of these, some
now,
of these men are
now,
ugly,
but
some
now
of these men are
But now
whatever.
men are buying pussy because if they feel like they get in a relationship that ain't gonna really work, they feel like I'll go ahead and buy some pussy, get my shot. I'm good for the week and go on about my business. Sometimes it ain't about the chick. Really.
They've been doing that for decades.
Yes.
They've been doing
Yes,
that.
yeah.
Married men are
Well,
the number
listen.
one clients for prostitutes.
It's some badass hoes right there on Figueroa now. Some of them bitches, I ain't gay, but goddamn it, I want to pull over and give a bitch a couple of dollars. Them bitches is snatched. It's the oldest, yes.
They're not gonna pay for someone who doesn't look pleasing to them. So they're, some men like a certain size. Some men like
They
a
like
certain
titties. They like ass. They,
skin tone
they
or
like
whatever.
big legs.
So,
And,
yes, maybe it is superficial that the women say, well, I'm going to do this so I can catch this man. But the truth is, we catching them. We hooking them with it because you guys are shallow.
But guess
If-
what?
if-
The same way you got
if
him,
Boo Mama
the
sits
same way
there,
she
Boo
got
Boo,
him,
with
another
no
chick is
makeup,
gonna get pull him. Because first of all, if you don't go back and get your shit checked up, like usually I get the breast implants changed after every 10 years or all this type of shit, don't you think a dude sees that dude be like, man, I'm gonna move on.
But if we didn't wear the nails, if we didn't wear the lashes, if we didn't put our makeup on and put our
The
cute
hair,
stuff
too?
on and do things to attract men or smell good or whatever, if we could get away with just being straight boo mamas with a moo on, no makeup, no nothing.
That's how our grandmothers caught they men back in the day.
Hair like
Facts.
Steely from
You
the
know?
Color Purple and get
Shit,
dudes
they
that
had a bunch
got
of
money.
babies back in
If
the
we
day.
can catch
Hold on.
dudes that got money.
Time out.
and-
You
and
telling me? You really honestly telling me that
Then we would
us
just do
as
that.
dudes
Yeah.
care about a 28-inch Brazilian bundle? You think we really care about that?
Yeah.
No. Dude,
I know,
it's
like my hair is
shit.
natural right now. I wore my hair this 30 years ago, before it was popular.
Right.
And men, they would talk to me, but they kind of wouldn't talk to me. You know, whatever.
And you
Now
know
it's
when they had
fashionable.
liquor
Now
on,
guys
right.
are like, "Hope I really like this
Right.
You
better
come
than
in
your
there looking
weave."
like,
And
see,
when I
you
do
trying to
braids, they
talk
like,
about
"I
this
love the
with
braids
you?"
than the weave. I love wearing a weave."
Right.
And I wear it not because I'm bald headed, because I like to wear color.
Right.
I like to have versatility.
look of it.
You know, I like the look of it. I like to have long hair. You know, I don't want to burn out my own hair.
Right.
You know, and that's why I wear it. And it's a myth. Men think that all women who wear weaves and stuff and braids are bald headed. That's not true.
No.
Matter of fact, we have more hair than most of
A
them.
lot of them do, yeah.
You know, because we put our hair up.
Right.
You know, whatever. But when I do this and wear this, guys, they come at me all the time now. But I wore this hairstyle before it was even popular, and guys are like,
I wish
you know.
women could hear how many men talk about how they don't like
Yeah, how
the
they don't
breast
care.
implants and the fat. We sit around and be like, we know it's fake. Looking, you know, I can look at the football game all day and not like the teams. So my point being is, a man will look, but you have no idea how many times we sit around and men be like, man.
So if you
fake
saying
shit, fake this,
do you
this.
like a woman like if her like, you know, as you get over, you 57 now, I don't know what the age range, but what's happening is that it's almost like a catch-22, or y'all not telling the truth, because as y'all get older, you date younger
Exactly.
because you want the perky titty.
Well,
You want the little fat ass.
It's not even about
you
the
want the
titties.
big legs
Girl.
and stuff like that. So a lot of men our age don't date us.
I don't
They
think it's
don't.
just
They
the
don't
looks.
date
I
us.
think, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's more about the ability to control and have a different relationship with girls that are younger versus a woman that is more mature and not gonna go for the same bullshit as a younger girl.
Nah.
I think it's because
No, not
she's
because-
young and perky.
No, and only reason I'm saying no because
Like
I'm a little
the
older
wife
than
he
you.
met
Right.
And a lot of
25
times,
years ago.
for men, it's not about that. A man don't give a shit. Really, after a while, at a certain age, really what you look like, man, if this motherfucker come home at night and not have no issues, no headaches, no nothing.
Right.
Because he knows, we even say, you know, nigga,
No, not you. You're not going. That to me is that you're not being totally honest.
Okay, tell me.
You're saying that if I look a mess, if I don't put a little rouge on, a little lipstick, a little something, or keep my hair up, you gonna take me out to the party?
But
you gonna take me
Hope,
on the
here's
red
the deal.
carpet with
Here's
you?
the difference, though, Hope. Most women ain't gonna do that. You're
No,
not.
but what I'm saying, if we went by
Invite me
what
to
you
a
said,
party.
No,
but if we go by
hair
what you're
looking like
saying,
City
if
from the Color Purple,
Right.
you ain't gonna
No,
take
but I
me
didn't
and
get
say,
you like that.
"This
So
is
if I
my
hollered at
lady."
you,
no,
see, that's the difference. I didn't get you like
no.
that.
What I'm saying is that if we stopped all this shit,
You ain't
say
gonna
we
stop that shit.
No.
I
Just
gotta
say that
do-
we do.
I'm going
I'm going to listen to
natural.
what you
I'm
said,
going
Jamal.
Right.
I'm going to listen to what you said,
Right.
Dannon, and I'm going to stop doing this.
Right. I'm
And
just
all
gonna
the
be
women are just
natural.
going to stop doing this. We just all going to be natural. We all going to wear moo-moos
I didn't
and
say
our
that.
natural
Danny
dress.
said that.
Yeah, that's
Be
that.
ourselves.
So
Be
that's what I'm saying.
Be
Please.
beautiful.
See, here's the deal.
That's what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
say not be beautiful. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is
But
that
if
men.
we are beautiful, just natural.
See,
Because sometimes when I'm natural and then I go and I put on my makeup and I get on stage, like, God damn, you look good. Like, bitch, you clean up well. What's that? What's that?
Well, probably because they never seen you a certain way before. When a man says that, that's what people say. When anybody, man says to a woman, or a woman says to a man, or even when we say it to a boy, like, oh nigga, nigga, you looking all right. It's because, like, if I see Jamal in a suit, I'm gonna get this nigga some money. I ain't never seen Jamal in a suit.
Facts.
I have.
Now I see Jamal in dress shirts. That ain't his style. But if I see Jamal in a suit, I've never seen. I'm not saying he hasn't. I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? So it's normal. But I think we have to get away from, as people, of saying that yes, we're judging, but we're not forcing you to be a specific way because you're not happy who you are.
Right.
Because, like, for me, I like clothes. Now, so here's a prime example. I went on tour with Dugard and Delay.
Yeah.
Them niggas is G'd. Them niggas stay G'd up.
Yeah.
So
Dugard
before the tour, even though y'all know I dress up, nigga, I went shopping.
He said, I had to get some.
And they was like, y'all look, I said, I'm going on road with these niggas.
Right.
So what I'm saying is,
That's
it wasn't a competition between Dugard and Delay, but I'm like, I'm not going to be the dude on stage and be like, everybody's funny. That one dude with the holes in his pants, nigga was funny too. No, they'll be like, y'all niggas was G'd.
Yeah.
So that's a normal process. But I'm not blaming Dugard or Delay for me going out and spending $500 for a roll. That was something that I wanted to do.
Right.
That's the whole problem that no one's looking at when it comes to looking at a woman or a woman being, feeling not comfortable. Like I said, I respect
it is
you.
the same thing because it's the same thing. That's a perfect example. So when we go out and we, and all the girls in the club are looking good, we
Right.
like, fuck, I want to look good too.
I wanna look good
So
too.
we go and do what we do because those are the women that y'all are really talking to. Those are the women you are buying
women judge
drinks.
women. We
Y'all
judge each
are
other.
buying
But
those
here's the
women
difference,
drink.
though. Go
Y'all are
ahead.
in their face. Y'all are talking to those women and everything.
I ain't buying no drink. Them motherfuckers $15, $19 a pop
I don't
now.
even want to discuss because I know we have to go.
Okay.
I don't even want to discuss the red bones against the dark skin.
They don't use the red bones?
That's a whole
Hold up.
That's a whole nother
Hold up.
conversation.
Hold up now. Hold up.
Every nigga want a red bone on his team.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Every nigga want a red bone
I
on
like
his
my
team.
chocolate sisters. I like
I ain't gonna lie.
She cute to be dark.
I ain't
What
gonna
is
lie.
that?
I like my chocolate
No
women.
darkies.
Yeah, it's this one person. I ain't gonna say who it is. Had a party and said no darkies.
Oh wow.
No darkies.
Black person.
Yes.
A black person.
Whoa.
A very famous
No darky.
R&B singer.
Oh
Hey,
wow.
hey man, hey,
Had a
he had his
party. No
he had his
darky.
motherfucking quota.
No darkies.
No doggies.
It is dark quota.
Dang.
Some
Yeah.
men won't even date dark women because they don't want their children to come out dark.
I love black
Let
women.
me tell you something.
Not black. I'm talking about dark.
Oh.
Let me tell you
I like
something.
them dark
They
too.
tripping.
That's a whole different.
It's a whole nother conversation.
That's another. Okay, we're gonna revisit
We're
that.
gonna have to stop on
We're
that
gonna
one.
revisit that. We're gonna do the quick round, and then they're gonna tell you where you can find them on social media, what they got going, and we're gonna get out of here. This show has been great. So let's break the tie real quick, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And because
this
this
the final
person,
round.
It's a tie?
She's up one.
I'm ahead.
By
This
one.
guy
I thought she
has
was up
one.
two.
This guy has one.
I'm coming back. Watch this
So
comeback.
we
He got
gonna
1
start with
point.
him.
You're horrible.
Watch this comeback.
Lightning round.
Lightning
okay?
round.
If Hope win, I'm
Redeem
protesting.
yourself.
She ain't
Okay?
supposed to be here.
Yeah, dig
All
it.
right,
Dig
this
it.
is
She ain't
for-
supposed to be here. All her answers should go to Jamal.
You would have still lost because Dan is still
I
winning.
know.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you're right. Yeah, I was whooping.
Yes,
I'm whooping
yes.
that ass.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm coming.
How old do you have to be the president of the United States?
35.
Correct.
Correct.
Yes.
That nigga just picked that
Yes.
out
At
the air.
least.
I
That
did.
nigga
I
picked it
did.
out the air.
Got one.
Okay. Dannon.
Yes, ma'am.
Barack Obama has 2 daughters. What are their names?
Shasha and Shasha.
Hope.
Sasha and Malia.
Yes.
You ain't even had the first one. You
The
ain't.
winner,
Sasha wasn't. Sasha wasn't. Even, I was gonna protest
Sasha.
that. No, I said he.
Yeah, Sasha.
Okay. Hope
Y'all know I
is
ain't
out
gonna-
too, so she has won, and she is the winner.
Yeah, you got no shot right
Oh,
Way to go, Hope.
congratulations. Way to go, Hope.
Wasn't even supposed to be here.
I wasn't supposed to be here.
Wasn't even supposed to be here. She was supposed to be here.
I was supposed to be here.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, she wasn't supposed to be here.
She was
Right.
supposed to be
On
here,
this show.
here.
On this show.
With us.
Good.
Women are always going to win.
Congratulations, Hope Club.
Thank
for being
you.
the winner
Thank
of
you.
Test
This is
Your
where I
Knowledge.
stand, champion.
Thank
This
you.
is where I stand.
Thank
So
you.
I'm going to start with Dan and
Yes.
tell everybody where they can find you on social media, what you got going. And thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm happy. Congratulations on your show. You
Thank
know I had to
you.
come. You can find me on Dannon Green 66. That's my Instagram. Dannon Green on Facebook. I don't tweet. 'Cause I tell people it'll get me canceled because I don't type quick enough to say what I really want to say.
Right.
I just got a lot of things going on. You know, I don't believe in after a while just saying what the credits are. I mean, not credits, but what I got going on because we all got something going on. At least for me. Just look out for my documentary though. That is coming back out. The Executioners. It's going to be on Netflix or Tubi. We already talking to one of them, and I got a feature film. And then look out for my new commercial coming out. That's about it. Yeah.
Hope Flood.
Hope Flood, Hope.Flood on Instagram. That's the official one. I have about 20 of them. I don't know how to get rid of them.
Hilarious.
I'm like, what is? I don't even know. I don't know what this is and stuff. I got to figure that out. Hope Flood on all my social media. HopeFlood.com. My 10th anniversary of my Comics Rock convention. Workshops and seminars. I'm honoring people this year. This is my last year doing it, and I'm honoring about 15 people: Bentley Kyle Evans, Chris Spencer, Buddy Lewis, Phyllis Yvonne Stickney, Lunell, Garrett Morris, the Wayans family, and I'm just giving people their flowers while they are alive.
Good shit.
Nobody gives us anything.
No, they don't.
Right, they
Nobody
don't.
gives us anything.
You know what? That's a great point you said. Nobody gives. Comedians really don't get love till we gone. Then they go. Like that's why I posted
We
the
get
other
the
day.
rest in peace,
That's
that's
yeah.
it.
No. Or when somebody die, we got every comic or people put pictures
picture.
up. So the other day I put on my social media. I said, look, if you was ever cool with me,
Post my picture.
post a picture with me and you right now. Because don't. I ain't trying to have it like
And then
that.
I'll be like, did Dannon die? You know,
Hey, that's
you know, because they,
yeah.
you know, and so yeah, just look me up. highhopes.biz for all your cannabis and CBD needs. That's my son and I's business together. My son and I finally have a business together because he was like, I was gonna put his ass out. He said, "Mama, most culture, the kids, they don't put the kids out until they."
Get married.
30 or get married and stuff, and they have a family business. I like, my nigga, we ain't got no family business. Get the fuck out of here.
Get out
And stuff or
here.
whatever. But we do, and I love him to death. And so shout out to Raw Reef. Y'all can check him out on SoundCloud. He's an amazing rapper.
That's what's
And
up.
so yeah, I thank you, and I support you. I know I missed my time slot because I read it wrong. You know how I wear glasses. I'm 57. Shit,
Don't
I wear
even
glasses,
worry
and I
about
was
it.
taking a nap, and I was like,
I like women with glasses.
I'll see and
was-
everything, and so I was like, and then when you called, I said, what she called? Maybe she called to cancel. He's like, where you at? I said, I'm on the 9:30 slot. You're like, no,
no, you're
I
not.
read the thing
We
wrong.
wasn't
That's all
even,
good.
we
And
was
I
telling
said,
all of
I
this, so it
have
don't
to.
matter. But anyway,
I
we're
said, I
back.
have to come, and I have to support you on your first one. Because she's like, you can come on the next. I'm like, no, I need to be here on the first one. And you were so gracious and allowed me, and the fellas were so
It was
Came
gracious
here at the
and allowed me
perfect
to
time.
be here.
Energy,
Now,
it
Hope,
really
we
was.
set it up. But we got nothing but love for Hope.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Hope's our old. She's our old female OG
Yes.
in the
And
game.
then, don't even make no mistake. It was a couple of years ago that we all thought you died, but the guy's name was
Danny Grayson.
Green. Remember?
No, it was Danny Grayson. You know, anyone know? I don't want to say
It
it funny.
was
He
the
got
saddest
killed.
day of my life.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
Everybody told
What was
me
this?
Danny
I didn't
Green
know.
You know,
died.
let me tell you this story.
I missed
Yeah,
this.
I cried all day.
everybody did. And you want to know what's funny? It's not
So
funny.
don't play
First of
with
all,
me.
Danny Grayson was he was an up and coming talented comic, real cool dude, a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Everybody knew him, right? Unfortunately, he got killed in a car accident in L.A. Right? So when it happened, because it was Danny Grayson, everybody thought it was me.
Yeah.
So I was getting calls. This is no lie. You know who called me? Cheryl Underwood called me, said, and I picked up. She said, Dannon Green, did you die? I'm like, what you talking about? You talked to me on the phone? She said, so that's our running joke when she sees me. She goes, are you still alive? Like, anytime Cheryl will see me. So unfortunately, it happened, but I do want to say that.
I never called you Danny.
No.
So that's what I'm saying.
No,
Did they
he
ever?
said
I've
that-
always said Dannon.
Yeah, most people,
Everybody said
You're right.
Dannon Green was in a car accident.
Okay, they just say
And
Danny.
we was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Danny,
yeah.
no,
I must have
Danny,
missed
right?
this.
Yeah, this was back in, this was in the 90s, Jamal.
Oh, this is in the 90s.
Yeah,
Okay.
Danny died like he got killed in 97,
And then
98.
we found out it was not Danny Green, it was Danny
Grayson, yeah.
Mm.
And I was like, why y'all playing with me like that?
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
Mm.
I cried like a baby. But anyway, so Jamal, what you got going on?
Check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Jamal Doman, JamalDoman. Also TikTok at Jamal Doman. JamalDoman.com. And the Dope Dealers podcast every Thursday we drop with me and Toby Hicks. So check us out with that. We coming back with some new episodes. So, and I'm just happy to be here. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Man,
Appreciate
first
you.
time.
Yeah.
Well,
Great
I
to
had a
have
fun
you
time
on.
with
Yeah.
these crazy people, and we talked about everything under the sun. And I want my son to give us final words on what did you learn from the day, or what did you take away?
I felt like learning about the comedy process from all of you guys was really interesting, especially the voice of writing for someone else's voice, and like the punch up versus writing from somebody else's voice is the really interesting thing. Learning about that. So you know, I feel like I learned a lot, and just took a comedy class with some great comedians here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so that's what's up. Well, we want to thank you for tuning in and for sharing the podcast with everybody. Make sure you subscribe, put your comments at the bottom, and you can catch all of us. We'll see you next week on This Is Where I Stand.